Another 9 Best Anime with Female Protagonists Part 2. It can be difficult to find good anime with female protagonists. Maybe it's because the otaku stereotype is still decidedly male, or maybe it's because women are sorely underrepresented in nearly every form of media on the planet. Whatever the reason, there aren't nearly as many female protagonists as there are male ones. For people of all genders who prefer a realistic representation of humanity, this can be pretty annoying. Fortunately, there are some excellent anime that focus on women. Which shows will you be watching next? 9. Recovery of an MMO Junkie. Recovery of an MMO Junkie is a recent addition to the anime canon, but it may very well stand the test of time. 30-year-old Mariko Moriaka quits her job and starts spending most of her time playing online games. She plays as Hayashi, a male university student, and ends up developing a relationship with a fellow player, who it turns out that she knows in person. It's a cute, slice-of-life anime that relies heavily on coincidence, but despite that, the characters come across as relatable and sympathetic. Most people don't actually drop out of society to play video games the way Mariko does, but many have at least thought about doing something like it. It's hard not to feel sympathy when Mariko despairs about her office job, and it's hard not to cheer for her when she starts to pull her life together. 8. Puella Magi Madoka Magica. Puella Magi Madoka Magica is one of the most popular anime in recent history. Like Sailor Moon, this is a magical girl anime, but unlike Sailor Moon, it gets real dark, real fast. In the world of Madoka, little girls are granted wishes in exchange for dedicating their lives to life-threatening battles against terrifying witches. It's a deconstruction of the magical girl genre, focusing on the physical and emotional consequences of children who dabble in violence. The main characters are all young girls, and the main character is Madoka Kaname. The girl seems harmless and docile, but by the end of series she's transformed herself into a god, sacrificing her human existence to protect other girls from being forced down the bloody path she chose. It's a surreal, terrifying, flat-out amazing show. 7. Kinos Journey. Whether you prefer the original 2003 anime or the 2017 remake, Kinos Journey is an incredible show. It stars teenage girl Kino, who travels around the world with her talking motorcycle Hermes. While this might sound like an absurd premise, it's actually a smart show that presents philosophical questions about different ways of living. For example, in the first episode of the remake, Kino visits a town where murder is not prohibited. Despite this, the town is peaceful. Those who try to disturb that peace are killed by a mob. It forces viewers to ask questions about human nature and the purpose of law. Each episode brings up a new set of questions. In most cases, intellectual shows like this have male protagonists, so it's good to see a girl at the helm for once. 6. Moribito, Guardian of the Spirit. Moribito, Guardian of the Spirit is one of the best series in the fantasy genre. Balsa Yansa, the protagonist, is a 30-year-old bodyguard tasked with saving a prince from being sacrificed to the gods to save the nation from a drought. Not only is this an excellent premise, but Balsa is a fabulous character. She's a powerful mercenary who wields a spear with great skill. As with all good characters, there's more to her than just how well she can fight. She's also trying to save lives to repay someone who once saved hers. Balsa is pragmatic, intelligent, and decisive. Typically, this type of heroic role would be assigned to a male character, so it's great to see a female character in such a position. 5. Psycho-Pass. Psycho-Pass features Akane Tsunemori, a young woman who joins police organization MWPSB in order to uphold justice. Behind the MWPSB lies the Sybil system, a mysterious order that recognizes criminals before they act, punishing them before they're even guilty. As the series progresses, Akane quickly realizes that her world is deeply corrupt. She grows from a naive young woman struggling to understand the requirements of an overwhelming job to a confident professional willing to bend the rules to achieve what she knows to be right. In most anime, this kind of professional development is reserved for male characters, so it's refreshing to see a woman go through it. 4. Michiko and Hatchin. Michiko and Hatchin features two female protagonists, Michiko Malandro and Hannah Morenos. At the start of the series, Hannah is suffering under the rule of abusive foster parents, while Michiko has just busted out of prison. The older character drives her motorcycle through the wall of Hannah's home, snatches her, and claims that Hannah is her daughter. Thus begins a series of adventure and heartwarming scenes between the two smart, bizarre, and unforgettable protagonists. 3. Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell is a highly rated series that focuses on Major Motoko Kusanagi, an augmented cybernetic human tasked with solving cyber crimes. The Major is a hacker with unparalleled skills, and the squad leader of Public Security Section 9, a fictional division of the Japanese National Public Safety Commission. Her personality varies depending on which iteration of the Ghost in the Shell universe is being discussed. In the manga, for example, she's vivacious and sexy, but in the movie, she's quite serious. All versions of Ghost in the Shell depict a nuanced character engaged in a high-stakes cyber battle. It's a classic for a reason. 2. The Promised Neverland. It's not every day you see a popular shonen series with a female protagonist at the helm. Emma is one of the smartest children at the Gracefield house, and it's because of her unrelenting optimism and quick thinking that helps all the children escape from the horrors that await them at the house. She has all the best qualities needed of a shonen protagonist, and you can't help but love her bright personality and deep empathy for others. 1. Violet Evergarden. Anytime Kyoto Animation is involved, you know you're in for a visual treat. And Violet Evergarden doesn't disappoint with its breathtaking animation. But this anime has more than just beautiful art, it has a deeply moving story as well. Once a child soldier in the war, Violet Evergarden must learn to reintegrate herself into society and find her purpose in life after the war ends. The series follows her journey to become an auto-memory doll, people who ghostwrite letters for others, and to discover the true meaning of "I love you," the last words her major told her. Violet's growth from an emotionless killer to a compassionate human being will have you in tears at the end of each episode. https://